Good morning, children. So yesterday, I stopped from there only. I'll continue. And yesterday's sentence and yesterday's what I was teaching was decline of the Mauryan dynasty. Okay, yesterday I had written the sentence again. I did not write it here. So some kings were weak and unable to hold the vast empire together. This was the sentence I explained yesterday. So because of that big kingdom and those who are the king, they were not strong. So that was the one reason to decline the Mauryan empire. And the next point, what is that? Okay, due to administration, communication and control over the distant places became difficult. Means due to administration they were not giving the correct rules, or they are not telling the people how they have to be, what they have to do and all. And communication, whatever they are bringing the rules and regulation or how they have to be with the people, that was not the proper communication. Means what we talk to the other and what we are giving the message to the other, that should be very clear. Then only that is called as a communication. So that was not the proper way. And moreover, this is a T only. Okay, control over the distant places. So because Ashoka's kingdom was a vast kingdom, it means it was a very big kingdom, and there they could not control there. Means so whatever the other kings are doing, or the people are happy, or what the people wanted, all those and all, because since they are not strong enough, that was the reason for them to, it has become a decline of the Mauryan dynasty. So they were not having control over the distant. Distant means for far places. What Ashoka used to do, Ashoka used to travel the far places also, and he was asking what were the people required, all those and all, what the people required also, he was giving it to them. And these kings, after Ashoka death, whoever come, they were not such strong, and they were not able to go to distant places. Able to mean though they are healthy also, they were not going. It's because of all these reasons. What happens? It was Mauryan dynasty was becoming a decline. Okay. Next, I'll rub this. So please note down. Once I'll read. Due to administration, communication, and control over the distant places became difficult. Distant means far places. So they were not able to control from the far places. That was one reason the Mauryan Empire declined. Next, the policies of Ahimsa and Dhamma Vijaya kingdoms, regions of the empire, took advantage of the weak center and their distance, and they declare also their independence. Shall I write the sentence here? So it will be easy for you to understand also. The policies Dhamma Vijaya kingdoms. ING region. Of the week. The week. WEAK. Week. Okay. Center. And they declared their independence. NCE. This is E, okay? So here, the policies of Ahimsa and Dhamma Vijaya, means Dhamma Vijaya, it's a one word only, kingdoms, region of the empire, took, this is T, okay? Ma'am, you will ask, okay, took advantage of the weak center and they declared their independence. Means what they did, those who have become a ruler after Ashoka's death, they were not at all ruling properly. And the policies of Ahimsa, that is, we should not hurt anybody, we have to be kind. So that they are not at all following it properly. And Dhamma Vijaya, that was a Mata Senal, no, that they have to take care also, and they are supposed to send the messengers, that was also they were not doing. And then region of the empire took advantage, those who are a king, so they took advantage. They took advantage means however they wanted to rule the kingdom, like that they were ruling, means it was not at all in the proper way. So of all this, what happens, and they declare their independence. They declare their independence means when they are giving the rules for the people, whether it is a benefit for the people or whether it is a good or not, that also they are not at all thinking. Whatever they wanted to give the rules, they used to declare. So that is how they become the independent. Because of all the weakness and all, Mauryan dynasty declined. So I read this, the policies of Ahimsa and Dhamma Vijaya, kingdoms, region of the empire, took advantage of the weak center and they declared their independence. Have you understand, children? Oh. So now these are the reason the Mauryan dynasty declined. Here today I did not write the heading because last class only had written it. It is a continuation. So what I had thought till now, that was a Mauryan empire decline of the Mauryan empire. Next, so finally, in 185 BCE, 185 BCE, finally in 185 BCE, Pushyamitra Shunga, Pushyamitra Shunga, Pushyamitra Shunga, Pushyamitra Shunga. So in 185 BCE, Pushyamitra Shunga was a general in the Mauryan army. So this Pushyamitra Shunga was a general in the Mauryan army. So he was working in the Mauryan's army's place. So what he did? So this Pushyamitra killed Brihadrata. Who killed? Pushyamitra killed Brihadrata. Pushyamitra killed Brihadrata. I will not mention the word killed, but I will be writing the name Brihadrata. Because that's not the proper way also. When we are having Ahimsa shows that we have to be very kind with everyone. We should be humble. But here what happened? This Pushyamitra killed Brihadrata. Don't take it as a son or father or all those and all. No. So Pushyamitra killed Brihadrata. Whom did Pushyamitra killed means Pushyamitra killed Brihadrata. Who was Pushyamitra? Pushyamitra was a general in the Mauryan army. So he killed Brihadrata. Then, so that was the last of the Mauryan dynasty. And this Pushyamitra started a new dynasty, that was Shunga dynasty. Shunga dynasty. Shunga dynasty. Shunga dynasty. Once again, I explain it, okay? So, this Pushyamitra Shunga was the general in the Mauryan army, and what he did, he has killed Brihadrata. Then Brihadrata was the last Mauryan empire. Who was the last Mauryan empire? Brihadrata was the last Mauryan empire. Then what he did, this Pushyamitra Shunga, he started a new dynasty. Means Pushyamitra was the founder of Shunga dynasty. So did you all understand? So by this lesson, which lesson? The first empire lesson is over. Still it is there, means like I have to explain about the summing up and what was in the, about the lion. I'll be reading and explaining it there, okay? So now afterwards, I'll tell you what you all have to do. So I hope you all understood this first empire lesson. Suppose if the class was there again and again, I would have revised it. So now whatever I have told in online, please go through, children. Now we'll come to the point of the summing up. Can you all see it here? Okay, so this is the summing up. I'll be reading from the textbook only, that is page number 63. Now it is possible you can open the textbook, or I will be reading. After that you can go through that. Okay, so shall I read that, how to read? And this summing up is the point for the lesson. Okay, so I'll read. Summing up. Summing up means like a point only. Alexander invaded India in 326 BC. So Alexander invaded the India in 326 BCE. When he returned, he left behind Greek officers in charge on the territories he had conquered in India. You might be thinking, ma'am, we know why are you reading? No, why I am reading means because of that pronunciation, I am reading it. How I read? So please catch my words and read like that only. Okay. If you are in the class, I would have asked you to repeat after me. So next point I'll read. Soon after Alexander's invention of India, Chandragupta Maurya established the first empire in India. He was succeeded by Bindusara and then by Ashoka. Means after Chandragupta Maurya, Bindusara came, and then after Bindusara, Ashoka has become an emperor. Okay. Ashoka conquered many territories, but after the battle of Kalinga, he gave up warfare and embraced Buddhism. So I think I need not explain of this, because after the Kalinga battle, completely Ashoka changed and he has become a Buddhism. He was very interested in the Buddhism. Why means Buddhism, it is completely we should not hurt. It is completely like a ahimsa only. For the purpose of spreading Buddhism, Ashoka built monasteries and stupas and sent emissaries to various parts of India and beyond. This I have explained it. Okay. Ashoka began preaching and practicing Dhamma, a moral code of living influenced by Buddhism. The Mauryan Empire was divided into provinces, districts and villages. Some of the important officers of the administration were the governor, the accountant and the tax collector. Means in the Mauryan dynasty, the work has been allotted and they used to take a proper way and proper care of that. Okay. Then the Mauryan Empire began to decline after the death of Ashoka in 232 BCE. So when after Ashoka passed away, it was completely, we can say that Mauryan dynasty has become declined, I can say. Now the last, you have to read this heritage corner, that is page number 63. Can you all see, children? And then here page number 62 also you have to read it. And in this, you all can see this picture. I think I need not explain it also, because right from your birth, from first standard, you are all reading, you are all seeing. Even then, because of this is a 6th standard lesson is there. So I just tell the importance of this. So here, what was the importance? The lion capital is today the national emblem of India. So which is our national emblem? The lion. This is the emblem of our India. Okay. Then again I repeat that the lion capitals is today the national emblem of India. Which is the national emblem of India? The lions is the emblem of our India, of our country. Okay. When the Ashoka Chakra found below the lions is part of the national flag of the Republic of India. So here this the lamb below there are the 4 lions, and we will be seeing only the 3 lions only. And below that you all can see that it is not here. This is called the Ashoka Chakra. We are all seeing in our national flag also. So did you understand the lesson clearly, properly? Children, I hope you all have understood the lesson, and then every Wednesday kindly bring the notes, classwork, homework, whatever we are given it. And today what was the homework I'll be giving? I just tell you have to read the lesson completely. That is page number 58, 58, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63. So you have to read completely the pages of 57 to 64 is there. 64, of course, it is a exercise. So now I think all might have opened the textbook. Okay. So if you are not opened the textbook, 2 seconds, 2 minutes I'll give. Just take out the textbook. We'll be doing the exercise. That is page number 63. So kindly everybody open page number 63. So I'll be teaching choose the correct answer. Actually, if you were in front of me, I would have elicited the answer from you. Now I only have to give the answer. I hope you all have understood. You only can write the answer. But to correct the correct answer, I'll be teaching. So all open page number 63. I'll read the question and then I'll tell you, don't tick it, underline. And while reading also, since it is choose the correct answer, don't read the options. Means they are given the 4 words. So don't read those 4 words and all. Only question and answer read. Why you are not supposed to read 4 options? Means while writing the answer, this or that, you will get confusion. So only you read the answer. Means perfectly you can able to tell or able to write also. So Chandragupta, choose the correct answer. The number 1, Chandragupta Maurya overthrew the Nanda rulers with the help of. So Chandragupta Maurya, I'll just write. I will not write choose the correct answer and all, because it is already given in the textbook. You all can see it also. So Chandragupta Maurya overthrew the Nanda rulers with the help of. There they are given the 4 answer, that is Seleucus, Ashoka, Megasthenes, Chanakya. No. So why not Megasthenes? Megasthenes wrote the book, that is Indica, and Ashoka he came after Chandragupta. So who was the founder of Mauryan dynasty? Chandragupta. How did he come? Means he took the help of. Whose help he has took? I think you all know the answer, but I'll tell. Chandragupta Maurya took the help of Chanakya. That is this A main number 1. D is the correct answer. That is Chanakya. 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 So all have to repeat 1 time or 2 or thrice. Chandragupta Maurya overthrew the Nanda rulers with the help of Chanakya. Again, I repeat. Chandragupta Maurya overthrew the Nanda rulers with the help of Chanakya. So now number 2. The second one. The small kingdom that resisted Ashoka's might long after the other kingdom surrendered was which one? Is it a Mysore or is it a Kabul? Is it a Kanchipuram? I think you did not hear the question properly. I know that. So again, I repeat. The small kingdom that resisted. Resisted means that the king, he did not agree to surrender to Ashoka. Who was that? Ashoka's might long after the other kingdom surrendered was. So which was that? That is it Mysore? Is it Kabul? Is it Kanchipura? One word left, that is Kalinga. So the Kalinga king, he resisted. Kalinga king did not agree to give his kingdom to Ashoka. So in number 2, C is the correct answer. that is Kalinga. Kalinga, Kalinga. Repeat, Kalinga, Kalinga. Kalinga, Kalinga. Again, I'll read the sentence with answer. Don't read the options. The small kingdom that resisted Ashoka's might long after the other kingdom surrendered was Kalinga. Okay, then next, number 3. That is Ashoka communicated his thoughts to his subject through. So means what he wanted to tell, communicate. So what he wanted to talk, or what he wanted to give the rules and laws, or how the people has to be, what was his opinion, all those and all, it was given in where means his edits. So in his edits it is written. Number 3. So in 3A is the correct answer. You have to write is edits. HIS is edits. EDICTS edits. Ashoka communicated his thoughts to his subject. His subject means his people, the citizens, through his edicts. Again, I repeat, Ashoka communicated his thoughts to his subject through his edicts. So, page number 63. I hope you all have written the correct answers. So, now page number 64 will go. So, that is number 4. Okay. The third Buddhist council was held at dash. The third Buddhist, number 4. So this I will only tell the answer. Okay. The third Buddhist council was held at, because you all will tell the Sarnath, but Sarnath was not the answer, because you have learnt in the Buddhism, you will tell of the Sarnath. No, Sarnath, it was the first place. Okay. So here the third Buddhist council was held at Pataliputra. That is in 4th D answer. D answer is Pataliputra. Now, at present, it is called as Patna. So, Pataliputra was the answer for the 4th answer. Again, I'll repeat. The third Buddhist council was held at Pataliputra. So, now choose the correct answer over. Once you are not done, again, I just tell the answer. So, choose the correct answer. That is the A main. The first answer, that is D, underline Chanakya, and for number 2, C, underline Kalinga, and for the number 3, A is edicts, underline is edicts, and number 4, D answer, underline Pataliputra. While reading, don't read only Chanakya, Kalinga, is edicts, or Pataliputra. Please read with the full sentence. Now we will move on to the fill in the blanks. Okay. So after fill in the blanks, I wind up. Next, I'll be giving the notes. Notes in that sense, notes you will be getting in PDF only. Children, please, I request, I want from A1 to A4, everybody to submit the classwork, homework on Wednesday. Why means, ma'am, it is in PDF, we'll read it. No, you will read it, but when you write it, no, you can learn properly, and you will have a habit of writing also. You can improve your handwriting. Moreover, I have to correct the books. Moreover, you would like to see me or not, no? So every Wednesday, kindly nobody should escape from this. Everybody has to submit the classwork on Wednesday and the homework also. Now I will move on to fill in the blanks. So fill in the blanks also. I'll just read and tell the answers. Okay. Alexander invaded India in. So Alexander, that is the which main, that is B main. Fill in the blanks. I'll just write FIB. You will be understand now. FIB is fill in the blanks. So number 1. Number 1 is Alexander invaded India in 326 BCE. Write the numbers properly. Ma'am, this, that, I copied like that. No. So it's very clear. 326 BCE. And the second one is Indica was written by, if you are in the class, everybody would have told the answer. But okay, the spellings are very important. Write the correct spelling. Indica was written by Megasthenes. Indica was written by Megasthenes. Behalf of you, I am repeating. You also repeat that. Say, Indica was written by Megasthenes. Megasthenes spelling MEGASTHENES, Megasthenes. Again, I repeat, MEGASTHENES, Megasthenes. Indica was written by Megasthenes. And number third one, Chandragupta Maurya was succeeded by his son. So Chandragupta Maurya was succeeded by his son, that is Bindusara. You will tell Chanakya, not that Chanakya. Means after whatever the Chandragupta had the kingdom and it is continued in the same manner, that was by Bindusara. Bindusara, Bindusara. And then the number 4th, Ashoka gave up warfare after the battle of which? Kalinga. That is Kalinga, Kalinga. Then the last one is Dash was the Mauryan emperor. Who was the last Mauryan emperor? Brihadratha was the last Mauryan emperor. Write Brihadratha spelling properly. I will also write slowly so you will be understanding. BRIHADRATHA. 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 Brihadratha was the last Mauryan emperor. So by this I will be wind up. And then next class I'll be teaching the new lesson or the question and answer or whatever it is given in the notes. No, all those I will be explaining and teaching also, children. So please everybody read, concentrate. Okay. So now I'll wind up once again. Thank you very much, children.